Hello, you fans of the paranormal and stuff. Welcome to Tobysblogs again. Anyway, you might have watched my last blog that was uploaded last night. Now, I didn't watch it back. I don't normally watch them back until I put them on YouTube. So, I was doing my blog TV last night and I heard someone say, your video don't work, and I was like, what? So I went back and I listened to it, and there was loads of interference and static. I thought, how weird. That is so weird. Like nothing in this room could cause that interference. I thought that was weird. Talking about the paranormal, and then you've got this interference going on, and it's rather quite weird. We had quite a couple of weird things happening last night when we were doing our paranormal broadcast, even though no one was watching, apart from a select few, since no one could be bothered. Anyway, in that blog I was talking about my paranormal experiences, and yeah, I might go through it. I'm going to go through it again. Okay, what I said in that blog was that I've seen a few apparitions in my time. I've seen a few ghosts and ghouls in my time. The first one I saw was quite a few years ago, when I was about 15 maybe, or less than that. And I was coming out of the bath, and I came out of the bathroom wrapped in towels, looked up, and I saw two apparitions. One was of a Victorian man, and the other was a Victorian woman. Looking at their clothes, I would say they were Victorian, or early 20s, like early 20th century, maybe. But look at their clothes. One was in kind of a jacket, like gentleman's jacket, that rough kind of material, and the bow tie, and the tie, and the waistcoat and everything, smoking a pipe with a beard and a moustache. Gentleman's, very working class, I would say. And his lady sitting below him with her stick and her beautiful Victorian dress and her bonnet. And it is so weird to see something like that. And you see it for a split second, but you can remember so much about it. I think it's quite weird. And I kind of went, startled back like you do, but still, it was really weird and freaky to see two Victorian people. And I think I was lucky, really. Like, you're lucky to see an apparition of a ghost, because they need to get a lot of energy from somewhere to manifest themselves. They have to build up a lot of energies to do that, and so it's quite amazing they chose to build up their energies and show it to me. Or maybe I'm kind of got some psychic medium machine kind of brain, something, I don't know. Anyway, then a few years later after that, I was coming up to bed, walking up the stairs, in straight ahead up the stairs in my house. Not this house, but we're so stupid it was this house. No, in my house in Brighton. Go upstairs, straight ahead to my parents' room. To the side, that side, is mine and Grant's room. So straight, I was looking straight ahead, the door was open, and there was an apparition of a girl standing there, a little girl. I would say, time period wise, 40s, or it could have been earlier. And she was standing there in a dress with curly blonde hair. And people say, you know, on these, when you see these apparitions, you say, I said they're in black and white. You can't see them in black and white, but it's like they said, like, how do you know it was colour? You know, you kind of get a mental image in your mind of the colour. Like, you see the apparition, you get a mental image in your mind, it kind of puts it into colour. I don't know, but yeah, she was wearing a kind of flowery dress with little pink flowers on it, and blonde curly hair. And I saw that for a split second too, and it was kind of really weird, that, and kind of amazing at the same time, to kind of been granted the privilege to see these apparitions. But I think ghosts and ghouls have been instructed by the Lord to not actually show themselves to us properly, like on screen. It kind of breaks the boundaries between the paranormal, the spirit world, and the modern world. Anyway, I better get on with this before I run out of time. And so yes, last night I saw that video. It was covered in static and interference. I thought that was really weird. I haven't watched it all the way through. If anyone's a paranormal geek, you could kind of watch that video through and see if there's any voices or messages that come through. 'Cause that's kind of weird. Nothing in this room could have caused that much interference on that block. You heard it. It was physical, really loud interference, and I don't see where that could have come from. That is so weird, but extremely interesting at the same time. And so yeah, we came here and we're staying here. We're doing our paranormal broadcast, and you know, I felt this feeling of warmth, and I had a strong like pressure on me, you know, and I kind of felt, I get this sometimes, I feel there's a strong energy presence in the room, and I kind of feel, yeah, you know, there's something here. And I keep doing this. I see psychics doing this, so I do that all the time, and I did that, and you know, kind of wafting in people's auras and energies, and doing that, and I felt that my fingers were all warm. All of them were warm, and there was strong power like coming out of them. I could feel they felt heavy, they felt warm, and I could feel there was a presence here. And so I was talking with my spirit guide mentally. You don't actually talk to them, they kind of talk to you in your mind. You might think you're going a bit crazy, but I listen to it all the same. And so there's a presence of a woman in this household. She's an elderly lady, and she put a mental picture of this lady in my mind. And I said, yes, I know who that is. I didn't mention who it was on the actual broadcast because I know that it's kind of a... I think I might have actually mentioned it, but you know, I kind of felt... And I said, hi, I'm so privileged and so happy that you've come to see me, and I love you so much, and you're missed so much, and you know... And then in that instance, gone. The fingers felt normal as anything. The power had gone. The fingers were no longer warm, and that split second, that apparition went like that. And it's amazing. I think that's absolutely amazing. You know, to talk to someone, you recognise they were there. They're like looking over you, going there, yeah, I'm watching you, I'm looking after you, don't worry. And you're like, they're gone. I think that's quite amazing. Even if you didn't see them or you didn't hear them, you know that they were there and they were with you. I think that was a nice moment, and kind of a weird paranormal experience, I think. But yeah, weird things were happening. I kind of felt there was something lurking in this flat for quite a while, and you know, there was something lurking, something wanted to come through. I knew that something wanted to talk to me, something wanted to come through, and it was like, I don't know, something was lingering, and I knew that something wasn't right, and so I opened up, felt the energy's gone, the whole place is clear now, hooray! And ghosts can pop in and visitation whenever they want. Okay, terms, visitation means ghosts can come from the spirit world into our world, just for a visit, and then go back again. Apparently no spirit's meant to stay here for too long because it's unhealthy for them, so they have to go back in the spirit world for most of the time, and they come through a vortex that's somewhere around here, apparently, somewhere, is a spiritual vortex, which allows spirits to go back and forth. Somewhere near you will be a spiritual vortex, and if you do find a spiritual vortex, it's not good to be near the vortex or be sleeping on top of the vortex like someone did before. It's not good to sleep on top of a vortex, because spirits will come through the vortex and they'll be pissed off that you've shoved your bed on top of it, and so what they do is they throw you out of the way because you're blocking their entrance, really. So, and it's happened before, people have been thrown out of their beds, people have been lifted up to the ceiling and thrown across the room, because you've been sitting in their vortex and they're not happy that you're in their vortex, and so they just shove you out of the way. Get out of my way, I want to come in. Yeah, it has happened before. I'm not sure how long we've been recording so far. I don't know, it's not giving me a time. Damn you! Anyway, I want to talk about Ouija boards because that's what I talked about in the last one, and I thought I better hurry up and talk about it now quickly. Okay, I used to watch Most Haunted after I saw that first apparition, and I kind of watched Most Haunted and thought, yeah, I can do that, it's fun, innit? So yeah, I kind of did table tipping, did the glass thing, did the Ouija boards, and I think that opened up the dark realms of... opens a vortex for the dark realms to come through, the dark demons and the dark spirits to come through and interfere in your life. And if you're doing Ouija boards, which I do not recommend you do without a medium, but if you do it, please use the white light protection. I can do a video on the white light protection if you want. On Blog TV there's a video that I did last night about how to find your spirit guides, and it talks about finding the white light protection, and you need the white light protection to protect you from other ghosts and evil things that come through. So yeah, it's good that you put the white light protection on, but I didn't, so my whole basement kitchen is probably covered in evil spirits and things, and it's kind of, every time I go down there I hate it. I've always hated it. There's some bad energy down there, some bad presence, you know. I kind of feel there's a bad energy down there, and I do not like it, and I hate it down there. It's always the worst place to go because it's always, I don't know, it just feels so bad, and I hate it, and it's kind of, there's such bad energy down there, and like something bad's happened down there. I know poltergeist activity isn't really a ghost doing anything really. Poltergeist activity is bad energies in being in a place, bad emotion, bad energies working, and that can all be cleared and everything will be alright again. But yeah, I better end this video now, and I will talk to you soon. Thank you and goodbye. Tobysblogs, hooray!